Check, check, 1, 2, 3. Check, check, 1, 2, 3. Boy, I would really love to have some music for you all tonight on this beautiful Friday, 7:36 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Man, I would love to have some music, but you know what happens, right? The moment you put music up here, guess what happens? Ding, 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 you get flagged and your video gets flagged. Unfortunately, I don't have music for you tonight, but what I do want to give you is an update on the live event. I want to talk to you about some free gifts. We are building momentum right now, and momentum is a key thing when you're planning events, when you're building your life. It's about building momentum. I'm excited to say that based on the people that have showed up, we are building momentum for a live in-person event. And I think that's an amazing thing. Now, if you're somebody who you're freaked out by COVID and you think that it's better to, hopefully I'm still there. It's better to stay home, then stay home. Get the stream ticket. But what I want you to do is something for you. I want to, you may be sick of me, but do something for you, right? Do something in your best interest. Let me give you an update, all right? And first of all, let me say hello to you. Like, how are you tonight? Your week is coming in for a landing, and your weekend is getting ramped up. So you're either into your weekend. You might be somebody who had a tough week, and you're thinking, I just want to relax. I'm ready to chill. You happen to come on here, you clicked, and you see this live video. Let me share with you what we're doing. Let me give you an update on what's happening. So if you're live or in the playback, I just want to share with you what's happening. Number one, I talked to the hotel today for the live event. I'm very happy to say that there is some flexibility on the number of attendees we can have. Ding, ding, that is great news, because what we're going to do, we are going to extend a free gift for everybody who registers for the in-person event. Now, if you've been following, we did a giveaway. Anybody who registered for the live and in-person event, they got this. This is a wall art to hang on your wall as a keepsake. It's a memory. It's a trigger so that you can look at this and have this in your conscious mind and aware of what you're striving for in your professional life. The Japanese call this the reason for getting up in the morning. I've reviewed this several times, but it's a great little piece of wall art that you can hang in there. And then what else we did? I created this for Relationship Day, and this is Peaceful Power. And this is about our relationships. This is about, can we improve our relationships during this time? I can tell you, based on the conversations that I've had, relationships are being shaken up right now. People are going through things. They're making decisions in relationships. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't go out and get the support that they need during times of conflict. They will stay in their proverbial silo, and things never usually turn out good that way. And so what we're doing is we're adding an extra day for relationships only, because this wasn't a part of my plan, by the way. I wasn't going to do relationships. I was doing a 2-day event. I thought, it's COVID-19. Will people come out? But I knew I needed to do something. I thought, if I can do a live event and just get a few people in the room, and then we can do maybe roll out a stream, I thought that could be great for people during this time. Shortly after, I had some conversations about relationships that are going through a tough time. I had some people in my circle talking about relationships. So I decided to add the 3rd day on relationships. And when we did that, I created this piece of wall art that anybody who registers for the live event and on Relationship Day would get this. Now, what we're going to do, because of my conversations with the hotel and based on the momentum that we have, I want you to be at this event if you feel like you're meant to be there. So if you feel like you're meant to be at this event, I want to extend you the opportunity to choose which one you want to take with you if you buy the in-person event. Do you want this one, the Ikegai, or would you rather have this Peaceful Power? Would you rather have this as a keepsake to take with you and hang it on your wall as a reminder of what we're striving for? Because what happens is in relationships is, we get when we're conflicted, and I've lived this, and and I know you have too. You've felt this. When you're in conflict in relationships, it can rattle you to the core. You can feel so stressed and you can feel so overwhelmed. And it doesn't even have to be a romantic relationship. A lot of times in our professional or our friends, we can also experience conflict in relationships. And what happens is if we're not working on it, we can slip into fight or flight mode. And I know you know this already, but I want to draw awareness to it so that you can get out of fight or flight mode and be able to create peaceful power in your life. And I'm here to tell you that sounds like a great slogan, that we're giving this away for anyone that buys a ticket, but it's not as easy as it sounds, right? If I say, oh yeah, peaceful power, you can get yourself, into a state of peaceful power in your relationships. That's the benchmark, but it doesn't mean you're not going to feel the emotion at an intense level. All it means is that you can still end up in peaceful power and make the right decisions for yourself and the other person that you're engaged with in your relationships. And I have experienced both. I've been in a state of unbelievable stress and conflict based on relationships. I've made poor decisions. I've gotten angry. I've done stupid things. Over time, however, I'm happy to report that based on the work that I've done, learning from James McNeil, Verbal Aikido, Stephen Covey, seek first to understand, then to be understood. But not only that, doing the work, because the logical brain is going to process information. But if it doesn't end up in your nervous system in the heat of the moment, it doesn't matter, because there's a lot of information in your head that will not end up in the heat of the moment when you need it most. It ends up in the heat of the moment when you need it most by doing the work. And that takes time. It takes flashpoint moments where you feel pushed, pressed, shaken to the core, but there's a moment of clarity. There's a moment where you get awareness, you get perspective, and you can choose to do something different. I'm excited. I feel like my calling is to be in front of people teaching. I've done the work. I've gone through my own tests, and we're going to have some of that opportunities available at the live event. A lot of people don't know what their true skill set is. They don't know. They're doing work that they're not happy with. And what we're doing, we're building a bridge for Ikegai to create your flashpoint moment. And maybe down the road, if not today, at some point, you are doing what you love. You're good at it. It's what the world needs, and it's what you can be paid for. And when those things come together, the Japanese call that Ikegai. And it's when passion, mission, profession, and vocation come together. So we are offering the live and in-person tickets for anyone that registers live and in person. You're going to have your choice while supplies last. So I would say, my recommendation to you is, don't delay. I realize that I'm a singular voice in the midst of crazy times, and that my voice may not carry as far as some of these other platforms. I haven't done a whole lot of paid advertising because I believe that in the organic feel first, and building from a grassroots kind of a place, and then build from there. And so the people that have showed up, we already have 14 slots taken for the event, and I know we're going to continue to get more. But it doesn't matter if you're not there. It doesn't matter if you don't take a step. Like I said, I know I'm pretty active on here on these platforms because it's a way that I can get in front of you. It's a way that I know there's people that are on the fence. I know there's a small percentage of people that really engage with me, and I appreciate you, and you know who you are. And then there's a small percentage of people that probably don't want to see my face again, right? They don't like the live videos, and I'm okay with that. And then there's a midsection of people that really want to engage in something. They really want to change. They want to create their turnaround story in their life, their business, in their relationship, but they're not sure what to do next. And I'm telling you, what we're building here is a great platform for you to create your turnaround story in the middle of these crazy times. Why not look back on this year and make this your not only your turning point, but your flashpoint. If you don't know what the difference is, we'll have to talk about that. But your flashpoint, where things change, where you know that you're going to close out this year strong, you're going to begin the next year, you're going to create a compelling future, regardless of what your history says. Your history is not your future, right? Whatever's happened for you in the past, that's not your future. And we want to help you move forward into the future. So let me just wrap up here on this Friday night, 7:45. I've been at it all day. I've been excited, and we're building this platform. But if you enroll and you come to our live, and let me drop the link here. I'm going to drop the link, and then I'm just going to tell you what we're doing. If you just join in here, let me just grab the link. And this is my first live event since I resigned from my 19-year corporate job. I worked for a company for 19 years, and I had a very good run. I had a very good lucrative position that I had lots of, I would say I had a good amount of runway left in that position. But as you'll learn, I knew I needed to make a change. I knew I wasn't living my purpose, and I knew I needed to make an adjustment. And so I resigned 19 years, and I headed off into this entrepreneurial journey, creating something from nothing, really, because this is like a heartfelt type of a business that I want to build into a profitable, long-term, sustainable business. But I'm in the beginning stages of it. So that's good news and bad news, right? The good news is you can get involved and be a part of this and let it grow, because we're building a team of people right now. I am putting people together. I'm putting people together that can do websites. I'm putting people together that can work with your finances. I'm putting people together that can maybe teach you sales, right? Or some kind of a business that you want to learn. We are putting the pieces together. But what I know is if the psychology doesn't change, then nothing changes. And it's interesting. I'll just give you a quick case study. If you go online and you look at things, you're going to see like 80% of the people out there talking about strategy, technique, how to, because the world will buy that. But the real challenge is, and the real change comes from when we go in and we do that work. Because when we go in and do that work, when we can unlock and unleash ourselves, we can break through in our relationships, we can break through in our business, we get a quick distinction or a distinction. The strategies will start to come naturally, because once you free that limitation, things will literally open up for you. So what we're doing is, I got the link in there. If you're getting the playback, if you come to the live event, you're going to get you can take your pick. Here's one called Peaceful Power. And that's going to be primarily for the relationship one, but you can take your pick. And then we're going to get this one here, which is Ikegai, which is the wall art that you can hang up as a complimentary piece as to attending this event. Now, the other thing, if you get a stream ticket, we're working on a way to maybe get you that print, and so that you can hang it up on your wall as a reminder of what you're working toward. And that's what we're building here. And we're excited to bring this to you. We have people coming from California, Connecticut, different parts of the world. I know people would come from different countries if the borders were open, but we're still in the middle of this. But the good news is there is a live event. If you're in the Delaware Valley, or even if you're in the continental United States, you have an opportunity to come to a live and in-person event. Now, if you're somebody who's freaked out by COVID, get the stream ticket. If you're somebody where you said, you know what, I'm over this, I'm ready to get in front of live people, I want to be at a live event like this, then I highly encourage you to join us. I highly encourage you to come to this event, make a decision in your own best interest, step away from the noise, and let's start to build something magnificent together. When you get in the sphere of these people that are going to be at this event, even if I wasn't there, things would change. I'm basically a glorified facilitator. I'm putting on this event, but when you would engage with the people that are going to be at this event, I'm telling you, you will walk away different. You will walk away better than the way you came in. And this is going to be my first one since I resigned. I've been working at this, long time. I took the long road. This is a long journey for Austin. Austin didn't. I had gifts, but my gifts were buried. They came out and then they would go back. They came out and then they would go back. It took me a long time to be able to pursue something like this. Does that make sense? It took me a long time. I had to learn. I had to get over limitations. I had to break through. I had to learn lessons the hard way. I had to feel depressed. I had to feel shaken to the core. At one point, I had to feel like my life was finished. That's what I say. I had to feel. That's what I felt. And it was a long journey for me to get here, to say, these are my gifts. This is what I want to bring to the world. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to blaze a trail, and I'm going to do something different. And I'm going to create a space where other people can make a move, where other people can create their turnaround story in the middle of what appears to be chaos. I'm excited. Live event. If you register now, you are going to get a choice of this wall art that you can hang on your wall. You got that one. And you also have peaceful power. It's a beautiful reminder of what we're striving for. And don't we need peaceful power right now? Stop and think about it. I'm a solo voice in the middle of a ton of noise. But you know what? It's the calm and it's the space between where the greatest lessons are learned. This may be a space between for you to make a decision to do something different. And I believe there's a compelling reason and a calling for you to do it. And I want to invite you to come to my event. But if you don't come to my event, my invitation for everyone in earshot of me is to make a decision in your own best interest. Stop being fooled that the government has your future, that they care about your future, because I look at the amount of time that's spent on the news and the things. How are you? Nice to see you here. Anwar, I hope I'm saying your name right. I'm getting people from all different parts of the world now that are listening to this. I have people reaching out for me from different countries. So whether you engage or not, there's people that want this message. There's people that want their turnaround story and they're willing to do something about it. And they're not just hyper-focused on said parties that are supposed to have their best interest at heart. So I want to invite you to build your compelling story. Peaceful power, poised, planned, present, and on purpose is what we want for you. The link is right there. I'm going to put it here again. I am just getting started. If you're just getting this video for the first time, we are having a live in-person event called Flashpoint. And Flashpoint is a book coming out. It's called The Art and Science of Your Big Breakthrough. What we're focusing on is your turnaround story. There's a way for you to break through. There's ingredients that are involved to make it happen. And I want to invite you to start your journey today. I want to invite you to make a decision in your own best interest. I want to invite you to overcome the limitations of the past. I want to invite you to embrace your relationships from a different angle, with courage, with a calm, with peace. And I'm not saying you're not going to get angry. I'm not saying you're not going to get pissed at your partner or you're going to get pissed off, but you can still return and get to a better place. Algeria. Okay, well, welcome. Nice to have you here. We are just wrapping up this segment here. Flashpoint, the art and science of your big breakthrough. It's your turnaround story. We're focusing on tonight was about relationships, and it was an update on what's happening with Flashpoint. We have 14 seats already sold. These tickets are going to go. People are going to get these. Why not let it be you? Why not let it be you? So that's my message for you tonight. This is Austin sending you love, blessings, prayers, whatever it takes to help you get through these times and to move from maybe surviving or even suffering to thriving. God bless everyone. Have a wonderful Friday. Bye for now.